dip out every one of them bowls of candy, huh? And get your candy.
Every one of them. I dipped in to get me mixture, you know.
Man.
Daddy watched. Daddy won't need it. They won't need no candy hardly at all. He wasn't no candy person. But
I bet you don't remember what they charged for that. You weren't paying for it, right?
yeah, I don't even think they had a price on it.
What do you think he's charging? Like $1 for all that? Maybe?
Nah,
50 cents, 20 cents, 30
The
cents?
salesman probably give it to him free.
Oh, because he was in there all the time.
Yeah, probably. They give stores stuff like
Was that the store he had to go to in the mines where he'd get his money back? He'd got to take the card thing in there?
No, this is different. This is over where we live in Buchanan. Is this one was Compton store and one was Grover Lambert store. I went to school with Grover's kids.
Grover Lambert, huh?
Grover Lambert.
Huh.
I wound up working for him a couple of weeks in the coal mines. Nori Boyd owned the mines, and I wanted to go.
Nori Boyd?
Nori Boyd.
Oh.
So I went down on my cousin got killed straight across on that same height, that same seam of coal up the top of the mountain. So I wanted to go in there, and he worked in the same height. I wanted to go over and see what it's really like. Worked 2 weeks. And I said, at least 2 weeks. 18-inch coal. Lady, I feel like I feel like I mowed back there for 2 miles underground.
I imagine.
Hey, Lord. Well,
Did you ever have a dream about that place again? About coal mining?
No, I never.
Any kind of coal mine?
Never did.
Huh.
I've been going in holes and it just tapering off, and I couldn't turn around and get back
Oh,
out.
no. Yeah.
That's when I have a nightmare.
Man, it is. I've been there and done stuff like that before, certain dreams. And I don't like, I'm a little bit claustrophobic too, so.
I was in the coal mines a whole lot around on the farm and stuff like that. And, but before I was running machinery or something like that, I never did have a chance to. I went over there. Daddy boy, he was, oh Lord, every day. When I went over there, I came back from up here down there. And I told Daddy what I was going to do. My buddy said, come on over, you go to work. And I told Dad, I said, we're going to work the mine, Dad. Boy, he wanted to quit harping. Man, he was just driving me bananas. Dad didn't know why I wanted to go to work. I just wanted to go back 2 miles on the ground and see what it felt like, you know. Daddy did every day. He was on to me. Put that big chew
Had enough of that coal mine yet, boy?
He knows all about what's going on in that mine. I told him, you know, I didn't tell him what, he knew how dangerous it was. He knew they didn't clean this and stuff. He knew all that. And I had carbide light. I was the only one in the mines that had carbide light.
What else? Everybody had electric?
Yeah, the rest of them had battery lights.
Oh.
On the side. I had a carbide. Strike that thing, poof, let that blaze, adjust it down a little bit. I was a mess, but that's the way I went in there. Nobody said nothing. Boss man didn't dust that deep on the bottom. The first day I went in there, Dad come and got me in the shift. And I took him. Boy, I went out of mines. I was already dusty. Gave me some dust up off the bottom. I rubbed it all over. I wanted to make sure my face was black.
I'll make it look like a real coal miner.
I wanted to make sure I had plenty of dust on me, man. I went going to Daddy's car. He
said, that boy's been working today.
He said, God almighty, how black? I said, they got that much dust in that mine? I said, yeah, Dad. I'm in my clothes, man, Lord have mercy. I'd lay down, you know. Of course, you had to lay down and eat lunch in that higher cold. And Daddy looked at my clothes. Oh, boy. He knew what a mess that mine was, because it's scab mines. He went to Harper down. I never will forget that. Mm. Boy, he's so happy when I left that mines too. uh,
He didn't have to worry about that no more, did he?
oh boy. He knew how to scab mines run. And he grew up with Grover. Grover was a superintendent up there. He was some man. He was a sorry coal mine boss. He didn't care he didn't care if you see any timbers or not. But you can't set timbers in when it's coming down on time, when the side is squeezing out, coming down. They was pulling back anyway. Pulling back, taking all the coal out, and the top just kept squeezing down. I spent the first day trying to set timbers. I'd measure and get it to right size and saw it off real quick. Time I got it set, go where to put it up, the top was too low. Started drifting down on the edge. You could look far as you could see back there and didn't see no timbers. See, they was taking all the coal out, just like this room. So you come down this way, just like going through there. This is the main hallway. Then you got these rooms, they coal mine that way and that way. And they get so far down, they start pulling the walls out. The short walls, what do they do? You take it all out and come back. And then you let all that set down, the whole top.
And go ahead and dig more of it out.
Come on back and take all little short strips out. Where they tunnel out that way and this way. Yeah, just like that. You go up in there four wide, for instance. 4 wide, going back, and you leave a big hunk of coal in between, see? And then you go that way on it. You got a lot of coal there when you start pulling back. You gotta leave so much to help hold the top up. Then you have to call it pulling pillars.
Do you know how hard it is to get underneath the crawl space in a house?
Yeah. I do.
Okay.
That's
There
not a
ain't
good
no
place to-
way I'm getting down that far under the ground to crawl around on my belly like a lizard. You know what I mean? I don't even like going under my house.
I was used to it.
Yeah, I could imagine.
I used to go in caves. I used to go in caves and all that stuff. And
You know,
coal mines.
them
I was
coal
going to
mines,
all my
them
life.
coal mines, I tell you what, they took a lot of lives over the years.
I went in Dad's coal mines he had on the farm. I wasn't afraid of it. We had to do everything manual in there.
But you know, it's
He wanted me to learn it. He made me stay back in there.
they keep our lights on.
That's a scary thing.
Mm.
Scariest part about Dad learning me how to coal mine, he drilled 6-foot holes all the way across the face of the coal back there. And he said, you got to watch me now. You got to put the dynamite in there. There's 2 sticks of dynamite. No, 3 sticks. Because he was just drilling.
3 in each hole?
Yeah, 3 sticks.
Wow, that's a
He
lot of
wanted to bring
dynamite.
the lumps out like that.
Mm.
And then he put the clay in there, the old clay,
To stop it up, give some pressure.
right behind it, dummies, clay dummies.
Oh,
You roll it up in paper. Stick that back in there, and you put the dynamite first, and then you take that clay dummy, and then you tank it.
oh.
Anyway, when he started to light it off, that's when I got worried. You have to cut them fuses the right way, man, you know. You gotta start off with a long one over here, a long fuse, longer, a little bit shorter, next one, a little bit shorter, a little bit shorter as you go along, you know.
Right.
So,
Mm.
he liked that person up there where it's real long. It gives you time to light the rest of them up because it's old, I call it tar fuses.
Mm.
Like black waxed fuse, cloth and stuff.
Mm.
Daddy said, you gotta say it must be like this, and must be cut them off.
Mm.
I watched him how he cut it off. I caught right onto it. And Daddy went to light it, and I said, Daddy, you gonna have time to light them all up? Oh yeah. I said, you watch that over yonder. That's one you gotta watch. And he said, ain't every one of them gonna go off. I cut the fuses so it won't. Right side. Said, but you gotta study light them. Don't take no chances. Because he said sometimes when fuses have a flaw inside of them, it take off.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was getting ready to say. You get one speeds up. What do you do then?
You gotta make sure they're long enough. And don't
So what happens if you let them act close together, and one of them didn't, one of the fuses just wasn't light, and you couldn't wait around no longer? Would it go off with the rest of them anyway because of the explosion?
Sometimes I'd say they will. Most time they will because the kind of caps they use. Yeah. Yeah, the jar from it. Yeah. And then, buddy, I was getting nervous. I said, "Oh man," I said, "I hope it don't go off."
How old was you when it was going on?
Let me think.
About 11,
I was
10 or
about
11?
8 years old.
Oh.
So I went. Dad said, "All right, let's get out of here."
Yeah.
He was back about first gear, that Cadillac. That's how far we've mined back so far. It hadn't been opened. We hadn't opened it up too long. And but I crawled out there as fast as I could. Dad said, "Sit right here." As soon as you got out of mines, the tipple was down there.
Right.
Tipple on the hill.
Yeah.
Holds a lot of coal. Dad said, like he coming out of mines right here out of that door. Right here we sat down about that spur from an exit of the mine, sat down there against the back. Dad said, "Lean back." Said, "Lay back on the ground." They feel a jar, buddy. That's what it says. You can feel a jar from it. I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." And directly went, and the coal came. Now, it blowed coal out of that mines all the way into the stipple, some of it. Come barreling out there. Daddy said, "We got to wait till the dust settles. We'll go back in there and check to see how to do the shot, see how much coal it brought down." We let it settle, crawl back in there, and it brought some coal down, man. I forget how long it took us to load that out there and roll it out to the tipple and dump it in. Daddy got back there so far, he got my cousins and stuff up there, and some of them go back there and mine it out. Had that old dump truck working, I know that. Back there buying that coal.
How'd y'all get it out of there? Wheelbarrow?
No. We rolled it out there on a car, and our tipple had a dump on it. Dump it, yeah, and just come back up. Yeah. That's a big tipple. All oak boards. Old dump truck compared. They'd raise the gate down there, fill her up. It sold a lot of coal. And then Daddy got back there, actually got so far, we went to losing our air, the air couldn't get back there to us. That's like got started a new place over out there. For the airway, put the air back there. Never did get around to that. Daddy gave it up. Dad said, "Shucks, there's a lot of money there." Put air vents in there and stuff, electric, had to have electric run over to it. Had to have curtains put up each break. A lot of work as you go along. Yeah. Yeah, something. I wasn't afraid of mines, but I never could see myself going in them. But I went over at that big mine where Grant worked. Shaft or whatever.
Island Creek?
Yeah. I think that's the name of it, whatever. Yeah. The deep shaft. I went over and put the application in. I was up there at that time. I decided to go over and put in the application. Don went with me. And took me shovel work, filled it out. I filled it out. He said, "I got to take the application that high on there." He said, "You right on top." No, you right on the bottom. Application. He said, "You got to wait." I said, "I don't know how long it's going to take till I get down to the bottom." I said, "Ain't nobody hardly quits." I said, "But I'll take the application, hold it as long as it's a mine's here." I said, "If we get down to you, we'll call you in." I listened to that. I said, "Jesus Christ, I got to work, man," But that's what it was. I never did get in the big mines. I started to. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't go in the mines. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't go back to one of them dog holes. No way, man. Shafts, you gotta go down the elevator. 500 feet or whatever it is.